Okay, I'm recording now with the Panasonic high definition LUMIX 16x max zoom optical. I have no zoom on right now. Let's see if I can pick up any objects near the moon, the moon hologram. I'm gonna zoom in. Okay, so there's the big cluster all around. There. Okay, big object on the bottom, 7 o'clock. Big object. Okay, that's a big object. I'll have to lighten the film later. And it just became invisible. It's still there. I'm going to back off. See if I can get it that way. Okay, I can't see it on this little screen, but it could be still in the picture. Back to the moon there. Okay, look at the size of that cluster. It's just huge. And that's not out in space, that's in our atmosphere. It's not that far away, around the edge of the atmosphere. Every time they do that, they burn out one of my cameras. I hope they don't burn this one. I just only have it like a week or two. Look at the size of that cluster. Look at the center. And that's not the moon. Okay, that's not the moon. That is one huge thing. Could be a ship. But it's not the moon. And it's surrounded by clouds of things. And they're not normal clouds. They're clouds of things. Boy, that sure is big. Okay, I'm shooting with a Panasonic LUMIX high definition 16x zoom optical, and this is the moon hologram being created by a triangulation of blue beam onto one point, and in that center there is where all the things cluster around, but there's a lot of big objects right around it. It could be other clusters, or it could be spaceships, I don't know. It's hard to tell on this little screen, but boy, something's really moving in. Could be just clusters. Let me back off. Look at the size of that thing. All of them. And that's not the moon. There is no moon. If that were the moon, there would be no clouds, and it wouldn't be lighting up like a light bulb like that, on and off. It wouldn't be surrounded by clouds on the back of it, because it would be out in space, where there are no clouds except only stars, and obviously I don't see no stars, only massive clouds of these things. That's all in our atmosphere. Check it out. You can tell that the clouds are in the back of it, not in the front. So that is not the moon. Because if that were the moon, there would be no clouds behind it. So that's in our atmosphere, whatever it is. I'm not going to even bother to check if that's a real jet or not. I'll get that later. Check out those huge things. Boy, they're not clouds, that's for sure. Unreal. Look at that. It just lights up like a light bulb. I like this little camera, it's very precise. It's like a little computer. Wow, beautiful colors. You can clearly see that the clouds are going in the back of the moon. I mean, the moon image. They're not in front of it, otherwise they would block it. So that's well within our atmosphere. And the clouds, they're either behind it if they're real clouds, or they're clouds of the same entities that make up the moon hologram. There's a whole lot of them. You know, just flying around in our airspace and atmosphere. See how it pulsates? I'm not even touching the zoom. You can see that not one of those clouds has come in front of it to block it. Therefore, it's not the moon. Because otherwise it would have been totally blocked out by the clouds. So they're going on the other side of it, behind it. They're sending all kinds of signals into this little camera. It's going crazy. All the things are lighting up. I don't know. Hope it lasts. All my gauges and everything is just lighting up like a Christmas tree. And I don't have any of them on because I want to see the whole screen clearly, small enough as it is. You can clearly see that all the cloud formations are behind the object. I'm not even going to call it the moon, but behind the object. None of the cloud formations are in the front. I'll have to take a closer look when I get this inside on my computer. The screen's just too small to tell exactly what's going on. But it's big enough to see that the moon image is in the front and the cloud formations are in the rear. Okay, I'm going to get the Canon and shoot with that and verify this.